Hi, here at Phillips and Graham, we get asked a question over and over. And anytime we get questions that are repetitive, we try to make sure we create resources for clients to use. And so the question we get asked a lot is, how do I open a stable account? Well, today we're going to try to walk you through exactly how to open a stable account. And I'm excited to do this. I have with me today my oldest daughter. Her name is Megan. Megan, today we're opening a stable account. Now, why are we opening a stable account for you?
The tax get benefits, you get to save money, and you get to invest.
That's true. So that was pretty good. Considering we didn't rehearse that. We're protecting benefits and saving money, and we get to invest some of it. And so we want to open a stable account for Megan, also because we want to protect your financial independence as well, right?
Yeah.
So a stable account's a great tool that does a lot of things. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to start by reviewing what it is you need to have with you before you start the process of opening a stable account. Now that we've gone over what it is you need to have with you when you open your stable account, let's start the actual process of opening a stable account. Now, I've had multiple times where clients will say, I went to my bank to open a stable account and they looked at me funny. Well, that's because you can't go to a bank and open a stable account. To open a stable account, you have to go through the state of Ohio Treasurer's Office to their designed website, which is www.stableaccount.com. I've now started sharing my screen, and this page that you see is the page that you should see when you go to that web address, www.stableaccount.com. Once here, first of all, if you are at all concerned about whether or not your loved one is eligible for a stable account, they do have a tab down here where you can tap and it'll take you through a tool that walks you through how to determine if your loved one is eligible for a stable account. The vast majority of individuals with developmental disabilities, nearly everyone who has a developmental disability, is eligible for a stable account. And we do encourage clients to open those. Just make sure you know how to use them so that you get the most out of them. And today, Megan, we're going to open your stable account. So first thing you do is you click up here on Open a Stable Account. All right, Megan, I hope this computer doesn't take too long since we're filming this. So now we wait while the behind the scenes magic happens, and here we are. It says open a stable account. And here it covers what you'll need to get started. The date of birth, address, and social security number for the people on the account. Now, Megan, the people that are going to be on the account are you and me. So first thing we're going to do is type in our email address. So it asks for your email address. So we'll start there. Then it says, I've read and accepted the terms of the plan disclosure. I'm going to check yes. And I agree to Bestwell's site terms of use and online privacy statement. So are you the beneficiary? Now, Megan and I have talked about your stable account, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
And eventually I'm going to hand complete control over to Megan for the stable account. But right now, Megan's 15 years old and we're still working on money management, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
So for right now, I'm going to help her manage her stable account. So we're setting this up so that as her father, I will be controlling the stable account with her. It's for your benefit, but we're going to do it together.
Co-leadership.
Co-leadership. There we go. So it asks, am I the beneficiary? I'm going to say no, just because I'm filling this out for my daughter. And so then it says beneficiary first name. So here, Megan, we're going to put in your information, Megan Graham. It asks for your social security number. This is where I really hope the wonderful people I work with blot this out, or otherwise, Megan, you're in big trouble. Because do you ever share your social security number with someone you don't trust?
No.
No, you don't. Do you put it on an instructional video for the whole world to see?
No.
No, bad idea. So we're really hoping our staff gets that blotted out. Then we put in your date of birth. We're going to blot that out too, just to protect a little bit of privacy. And then we put in your pronoun. You're a she. So residential address. Megan, let's put in our address. We've got that there. And then, so after we've put in your name, your social security number, your date of birth, and your residential address, we click next. All right. Now it wants to verify our identity. It says we partner with Plaid to verify your identity as the authorized legal representative. So let's do that. Now it's going to verify me. So now it asks for my social security number. Now I really hope our staff does a good job of getting all that blotted out, but I know that will. So we put that in there. And now we're going through the process where they're identifying me as the authorized legal representative. It's asking for my phone number. I'm going to give it my cell phone number so it can send me text messages and other things to confirm who I am. And it's asking for my birthday. If anybody wants to send me birthday gifts, my birthday is June 1, right, Megan?
That's right.
All right, now it says it's sending a code to my cell phone. So Megan, we've got my cell phone here, and there's our code. All right, so it texts the code to my cell phone. We tap that in. A lot of this, we have a lot of clients that run into problems opening a stable account, and I realize this is not the part that trips people up, but we do want to make sure we're comprehensive. We include everything. So, all right, so we go through the process of getting identified. All right, so now they have identified, they are convinced that I really am Derek Graham. So that's good news, isn't it, Megan?
Yes, it is.
All right, let's keep going. So we hit next. Now, this is the part that confuses people. It talks about eligibility information. This determines what makes the beneficiary eligible for an ABLE account. Now, remember, ABLE and stable get confusing. ABLE is the name of the legislation that passed at the federal level. And that federal legislation said states were allowed to create these type of savings plans for individuals with qualifying disabilities. So Megan, then when the state of Ohio went to create those plans, the state of Ohio added the ST and called it a stable account. So stable and able for the most part are synonymous. So where it says this determines what makes the beneficiary eligible for an able account, it's really saying this determines what makes the beneficiary eligible for a stable account. Which option applies to the beneficiary? And it's possible that you qualify by more than one way. So the first one, the beneficiary is entitled during the current year to SSI benefits based on blindness or disability under Title 16 of the Social Security Act. Now, Megan, you're 15. So right now, you don't receive SSI. When you're an adult, you will, though, correct?
Yes, that's right.
So we'll revisit that after you turn 18, and we'll apply for SSI that month after you turn 18, but that doesn't help us today. The next bullet, the beneficiary is entitled during the current year to Social Security disability insurance benefits based on blindness or disability under Title II of the Social Security Act. Well, Megan, you're not eligible for SSDI yet, are you? You have to work and pay in a number of quarters to be eligible under that way. So that leaves us with number 3. And that's what we're going to click. It says the beneficiary has a medically determinable physical or mental impairment that results in marked and severe functional limitation and can be expected to result in death or has lasted or can be expected to last for a continuous period of at least 12 months or is blind. And a signed diagnosis from a licensed physician as to the condition described in A. I understand that I am required to retain such signed diagnosis and to provide it to the plan or IRS upon request, and I agree to do so. Megan, have you been diagnosed with a developmental disability?
Yes, I have Down syndrome.
You have Down syndrome. And so that is a qualifying disability. And so we have that. And so my wife and I, or I as the person helping her, I'm going to self-certify that Megan meets the criteria under this bullet. So what is the diagnosis code? So here we would go to a developmental disorder. Is this disability permanent? Yes, because you will have Down syndrome your whole life, right, Megan?
That's right.
All right. Now it says, please select one. I have been selected by the beneficiary to establish this ABLE account on their behalf. The beneficiary is unable to establish their own ABLE account. I am establishing it on their behalf. Now, you have selected me and asked me to help you with this. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Thanks for doing that. What is your relationship to this beneficiary? I am acting as your parent, and I really like being your parent.
Of course, Chad.
All right. So I certify under the penalties of perjury that the above disability or blindness developed before the age of 26. Did you get Down syndrome before the age of 26?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. The beneficiary has no other ABLE accounts. Do you have any secret accounts you haven't told me about?
No.
Okay, good. And I expect the beneficiary's disability or blindness to last for the rest of his or her life. Do you think it'll last the rest of your life?
Yes.
All right, so we can check all of these. And we can keep on going. So now we hit next. A lot of parents get really hung up on the self-certification. And really what you're certifying is that you have proof and can obtain proof that the individual has the developmental disability you're representing. Now, the next page is communications preferences. Choose how you want to receive notifications and statements about your account. You can update these preferences at any time. Now, Megan, I think we should go with number one and have them email us quarterly statements. Does that sound good to you?
Yes, it does.
All right. And they're going to send us updates. So we're going to give them our address if they need to mail us anything. Now we get to create a login. So we get to create a unique login and then we're going to have a password. We did it. All right. We got our password set up. Okay, Megan. So now we review our information. So we've got Megan Graham is the beneficiary. We know that's the right social security number and date of birth. We've got the right address. We look at my name. We've got my right social security number. We've got my right birthday, the right phone number. We look at how we determined your eligibility. We look at our communication preferences. And now I want you to hit the button to create my account. Now we wait. Okay. So next step is we set up the funding. Did you bring any money with you to put in it?
No.
So I have to put my money in there?
Yes.
Well, that's a bad deal for me, isn't it? All right, let's connect it to a bank account. All right, what we're doing now is we are connecting this to our bank account. So we give them the bank routing and account number, and that's, again, information you're going to want to have. So now we are going to talk about our funding method. So we are going to sign into a bank account so that we can get this funded with some money. So they're protecting our money by double checking and making sure it's us. So we know which bank we go to. So we click on that one. Now it's asking me if my bank has permission to share information so that they can link my accounts. And because it's a trusted site, we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay.
Okay.
Now, for those that don't want to link it directly to an account, you can, as you'll see on the screen, you can click the box that says mail a check. If you do choose to mail a check, you do have to get a contribution form off of the stable account website. Are you yawning in the middle of our presentation? You mean this isn't exciting for a 15-year-old?
It is kind of exciting. I'm just tired.
Okay, that's a teenager for you. So if you don't want to log into your account, you can certainly mail in a check. All right, so for funding, we're going to go right there. We choose which account we want to take it out of, and it has different funding options. There's a bank safe option, the income option, conservative growth option, and a moderate growth option, and a growth option. Now, I am not a financial planner. I'm not here to give anyone financial advice on investment options. Today, we're just getting Megan's account open. You can change the investment options from time to time, and you can have variable types of investment options in place. So for right now, today, we are going to start out with $50 going into the bank safe option. And then we'll work to build that out more in the future. You can set up recurring contributions. Now, again, the estate planner in me, I always try to be cautious. Make sure you are mindful of whether or not you want to put significant amounts of third-party money into the stable account. There's absolutely times and reasons to put third-party money into the stable account. But make sure you do that knowingly and that you understand exactly what you're going to do with that money. Because I always say with stable accounts, it's important to save the money, but it's important to save it for a purpose. Speaking of, Megan, where's your money going to come from? What money are you going to put in here anyway?
I'm gonna put in my wages from a summer job.
Wages from a summer job? And what are you saving for? What are you planning to do with it?
A fun trip. I'm going to Africa.
Oh, you're going to Africa. Okay, who's taking you to Africa?
My parents.
Oh, it's news to me, but someday maybe, right?
Maybe.
All right, let's finish the account setup. And you know what, Megan? Hopefully someday we will get to take you to Africa, but that's a big trip. So we got to do a lot of savings. So this stable account better work well if we're going to do something like that. All right, it says you're all set. Take a look. So now we get to take a look and see what it looks like. And so this is the home page. At this point, you've crossed the finish line. You have set up your stable account. Now, there are still a lot of great things and a lot of great tools with this stable account. I would very much encourage you to familiarize yourself with the web page. Look at how you can load and use the card. There's a lot of wonderful things you can do with a stable account. So if you have questions about this, again, don't hesitate to reach out to us at Phillips and Graham. Otherwise, I wish you all the best and thanks for watching our video. What do you want to say?
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. All right, have a great day.